picture.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting comfortable now.
Yeah.
My man. All right. Well, welcome to another episode of SquadKast TV. What's happening, everybody?
Weekly tap-in. How you guys doing? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Junkyard Gang. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff.
Shout out Godmother, Black,
The whole movement.
Powers, BJ.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to Noobs and Pros.
Big Baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Brother Love Peace.
Brother Love
Professor.
Peace. Professor.
Anybody and everybody else in the world.
The whole conglomerate.
You know?
Shout out Midwest Matthew. That brother. Make sure you guys get his movie. Get his movie.
Feminist Revolutionary.
There you go.
So, or is it Revolutionary for now? Look, I have to look it up. I got to look it up. That's embarrassing. I should have just brought
a copy. It was
of
Revolutionary Feminine, or I think.
Look and see, now I'm struggling. Hold up.
I think it was that.
So embarrassing. I'm gonna look it up though. Okay. Revolution. Nope. Revolutionary Feminine.
I said it.
Boom.
We said it.
Did I say it right the first time?
First time. Boom. First take Drake.
That's what's up.
First take Drake. There we go.
Yeah, I was right. I doubted myself. I should have went with my first instinct.
Should have went with the first thing. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing all right, sort of, as you can tell. I'm not. I'm busting around the seam. So.
Yeah, hey, it happens. It happens.
Shit. Speaking, I had to go to the doctor last week and got a physical. Mm-hmm. You know, I did the old blood work and all that type of shit. Good news is, cholesterol, glucose levels, all that type of shit's good. So I don't necessarily have any heart disease per se. Not a diabetic.
Okay.
I use surface level at least. You know, they only can go so far with some of these tests, but they get a lot of good information. Mm-hmm. I didn't have high blood pressure though, so maybe it could be stress. It could be too much sodium. Who knows?
Just the cost of being black, man.
Doctors advised me to get more exercise in.
Okay.
And lower my sodium intake. So that's been interesting. She didn't say I couldn't stop drinking beer though.
That a boy.
So that's good. As far as I know, there's no sodium in beer, but I really don't know, and I won't be bothered to look it up. I will not be, sir. Okay.
I only go to the doctor when I'm sick, when I'm not feeling good. That's it. I've never maybe I should. I don't know. Right. I don't. It's just when I ain't feeling good, yeah, I'll go. Mm-hmm. When I'm wrong with my teeth, yeah, I'm going to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared to go get some shit done. But last time I had like a physical, man, shit, it's probably been a while. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell me the same shit because I was diagnosed with like high blood pressure, and they actually wrote me a prescription, but they put me on high blood pressure pills. And after a while, you know how we do. We just say, "Fuck it, I'm done. I ain't taking these no more." You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking these joints no more, and whatever. So I just stopped taking them, and then I really just, for me, you know what I'm saying? I kind of just don't want to be. I'm not real keen on Western quote unquote medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really into the pills and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? I just try to live a healthy life as possible. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very skeptical. Mm-hmm. There we go. Of Western medicine, if you will, myself. But I think there's limits to the shits. I hate that every time if you order the doctor and be like, "Oh, my back hurt," be like, "Well, here's a prescription," and we're like, I always feel like that's the go-to. Very rarely have a doctor be like, "Look, we're gonna try an all-natural approach here first. This is what you should try to do, and if this works, then you'll be good."
The first thing I'm gonna give you some muscle relaxers.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm so far gone. But the doctor didn't imply like, "Yo, I'm super worried about your blood pressure." Like this is that. She was just saying, "Hey, your blood pressure's kind of high."
She gave you some recommendations on a healthier diet.
Not just saying less sodium. That was the best.
Well, that's because that's salt, shit like that.
Right. Yep. Exactly. And more exercise. That's the.
Yeah, but we talk about that all the time.
Excuse me, right, my bad. I said it because, yes, she too wrote me a prescription for blood pressure pills, So, and I just got it. I haven't taken it yet. And let me tell you.
Are they the red joints? Like red, orange looking ones?
I think they're little pink pills. I think that's what they are. I'm not sure what it is, but I have never seen so many warning labels on any prescription I have ever taken before. And I haven't taken, a million prescriptions.
Yeah.
But man, there were 3 separate yellow stickers on this
That's
fucking
a fact.
thing, except for in addition to the regular prescription bottle. That scares the
You see
shit
more
out of me.
warning signs for prescriptions than I seen for the vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what's going on here? That's I don't know, man.
Man, so I'm terrified. I haven't started taking it yet.
I mean, it's just
I don't know
how
if
your
I
body,
will. I'm not sure.
how your body reacts to it, man. It's just I don't know. Like for me, because I'm not a pill popper. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So it's just.
yeah.
It just ain't natural for me to take them joints, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I gotta take one blood pressure pill. It's like a fucking old man, you know what I'm saying? This was like 4 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what the hell? And probably at that point in time in my life, I was probably stressed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, price of being a black man in America.
Right.
That's how
Maybe. That's interesting you should say that. I didn't even think that this would come up, but that just triggers something. I've been watching or listening to a lot of a recent podcast called This Is Revolution.
Okay.
Shout out again to Revolutionary Feminine. No, This Is Revolution's a couple brothers. I may have mentioned this before, but they got their own podcast and they kind of talk black politics and shit like that. And on the recent, they talk movies and sports and other stuff too,
Right.
but usually with some sort of political angle and stuff like that. But they were talking about how there's a few people right now who, are putting forward a theory that black people do themselves a disservice when they talk about being black and being more susceptible to certain types of, illnesses and disease. Because the research shows, and I'm not going to claim to say I've seen the research. This is, the conversation they were having.
Okay.
That is actually health is more closely tied to your class than your race. So they can show that, certainly
I can agree with
be
that.
more susceptible to something, being poor black people. But if they're rich black people, they're not susceptible to it at the same rate.
You don't even have to say rich black people. You could say middle class, maybe upper middle class.
Exactly. The study shows that just like that, the more money, whatever level you're at, the better.
Right.
And obviously, nowadays you can be so rich. These fuckers are building whole hospital and operating rooms in their mansions. You know what I mean? Like it's out of control.
Got their own personal doctors on call, live-in doctors and shit. In
America, right?
That's a fact.
So an interesting conversation. I haven't. I'm on the surface. If service argument, I'm more inclined to believe that, we've had a few conversations about class versus race. What is the real problem in America? But it sounds rational at the surface.
I could go along with it to a certain extent. I could see where them brothers can come to that conclusion because not every black person or person of color is quote unquote poor.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So, because when people make those comments, it's always in a generalization.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they just classify every black person as a whole for this particular category in their argument. But when you break it down by class,
right?
You got poverty, poor, whatever, middle class, upper middle class, and so on. I can totally see how certain people in certain classes could be susceptible to certain illnesses, sicknesses,
versus
or constantly being sick because your diet, your food intake is different. Number one.
So the disservice comes into, and that's very good point. Yeah, your food, your environment, the whole work ethic,
everything.
And the disservice comes in where if the narrative is actually genetically we're predisposed to these conditions, then there is no point necessarily to even find a cure, let alone support those particular issues, right? So that's why when it reminds me of a show one of our first shows we did about black health. We were really talking about statistics of the black health and whatnot.
Right.
But we were really just in that surface area, just talking about just the raw numbers, but
But I think
listening to this conversation and looking back on the information we were looking at,
right.
What I think was happening, at least, is the sources we were pulling from, at least at that time, were actually spinning a narrative just that because these people are black, here are their health statistics, versus here's health statistics and here's the difference between being rich and not being rich,
right.
and here's the disparities amongst, the quote unquote,
right. So you got like a illness like diabetes, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't just affect poor and poverty. That can affect any class.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But you do see diabetes common in the black community.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like,
and if you
probably like one
diabetic,
out of 4 black families, somebody is a diabetic. Just going off my own thought process.
Could be, right.
You know what I'm saying? And I could be wrong, but it's 1 out of every 4
it's probably more than that, and especially United States, because we a fat ass country. Yeah, I mean, brother DJ Taker hey, Fat Boy Chefing is the name.
It's crazy.
Absolutely, but the difference is just that, right?
Right.
Because people we know who are poor that are diabetic are having a tough time dealing with that disease, versus if I were to become diabetic, I have a lot of not a lot, but I have reasonable resources to address, and healthcare insurance,
exactly.
A little bit of money via the job and shit like that. So
right.
I have access to resources
instead of those who are on state benefits. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Now I'm biracial, so and if my one of my all black family members were to get diabetes, we wouldn't say, oh, well, it's because he's half white, he didn't get diabetes. You know what I mean? We would actually be able to correlate like a difference other than that. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny how you brought up how we here in America are just overweight. Mm-hmm. It's statistically proven. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's because I was
that's not leaning. The couch is leaning.
I was seeing some joints on YouTube, and there was a guy. They was comparing fast food here and the serving sizes and proportions in the United States to those in the UK and Europe.
They're trying to kill you.
And the Europeans' proportions and serving sizes way smaller than the United States. From like a small, it's like this, medium, large, McDonald's. These are smalls nowadays. Then you got the big gold. Like it's crazy how much.
Well, you get a large soda, they give you like a 48-ounce fucking cup. Well, 52 ounce. Like what the? Where do you think I'm going with this, man? This is.
It was very interesting to see how these chains, these brands, just kind of, I don't want to say manipulate, but kind of just pick and choose. Like, how the hell a McDonald's over here is going to serve super big portions, but then the McDonald's over in Italy, everything is like super small.
I mean, arguably,
it's crazy.
Europeans care much more about their health than Americans. I mean, corporate America's got a much stronger hold on regulations and rules and advertising and that type of shit. So
I just want to get that out there. But
your comment though about being a black man and what were you saying?
Price of business of being a black man in America,
right,
the stress.
Right. Just made me think about that conversation. Interesting. So point being, go check out This Is Revolution podcast. They some dope brothers. A real dude.
It's on Spotify, right?
I believe so. I can go through Google Podcast. Okay. I don't like Spotify, so.
All right.
But Pascal Roberts, I think is his name. Maybe not. I'm sure that's not his last name. But Pascal, he's real controversial.
Okay.
he's a no.
He's another one of you. He's a you.
No, he's better than me, brother. He's so smart. The brother's so smart. He knows his shit, man. He loves arguing with people. Sometimes people don't even know. They all of a sudden they feel like I think he's arguing with me now. I didn't realize he was going to confront me on what I just said. So, anyways,
speaking of arguing and going back and forth,
and people not getting along.
What's going on overseas, man?
Man, it's still
in Ukraine and Russia.
It's still a mess over there, bro. Still a mess over there. More people dying unnecessarily. Vladimir Putin just as crazy as usual.
Yeah.
American politics just as crazy as usual about it. You see, I don't know if you saw that video, The Guardian, kind of a controversial media publisher, but you know what? But The Guardian, they posted a video of all these goddamn press journalists, these White House journalists, asking press secretary constantly, why are we not setting up the no-fly zones? Why are we not basically getting into war with Russia over? Like they're trying to egg this shit on, man. That shit's stressful. I don't even like watching.
War brings big business. You know that, right?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Just saying.
Shit, there was some report last week, I think, actually, about some of the congressmen and senators and whatnot who sit on these committees that decide different policies about war and shit like that, who made investments as soon as the shit started popping off. So they're out here making money because of these, not that they make investments, they're directly already invested in defense and weapons companies as it is, you know.
Yeah.
So war is big business.
You know, I don't want to say this man's name, but the man that's running Russia is clearly not in his right mind. I don't believe. And I was watching, obviously, fake news, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, because they put out what the people, whatever they want the people to know.
Right.
But, I seen something interesting on CNN where they were saying that they're not even sure if this guy is even getting accurate or correct information because everybody's so scared to tell him the truth or what his reaction is going to be, because there's been reports. I'm just saying, there's been reports. I'm not the one reporting it. There's been reports that the Russians who retreat and all that, they're getting executed. Supposedly, I don't know. I
mean, I wouldn't necessarily put that.
But I'm just saying,
past the Russian army, but right, I don't know how to verify that.
Exactly. So. But it's just, for me, that lets me know that he's just surrounded by a bunch of yes men, that he's been surrounded by a bunch of yes men, probably his whole career that goes back to the Kremlin when he was running.
Isn't it though? I mean, that's not surprising though.
Well, I don't know, because different regimes in Russia did wage wars on different countries. They tried to take, and this is a fact. This is a fact. They tried to take over certain countries or whatever. But this guy is trying to recreate the old Soviet Union.
He's trying to create the old Russia, even before then.
The USSR.
Right. I don't even know. No, the one
before that. That's the Soviet Union. The one before that.
Whatever the Russian Empire, whatever that was.
Yeah, when they had when it was Russia, they had Ukraine, Romania.
I don't even know.
They had Poland. They had all those countries underneath Russia itself before these guys started to break off and seeking their independence to become independent nations and stuff like that. But it's crazy to see these civilians getting killed. It's crazy to see like 2-3 million Ukrainians leaving their country, their towns, their cities, flooding these other countries that I'm pretty sure definitely wasn't prepared for that, but they're definitely doing their best to try to accommodate them. I still see the videos of our African brothers and sisters over there still being somewhat mistreated, which is sickening to me. But when you got a madman on the loose over there who ain't thinking straight, but then they say, and when I say they, I mean the fake news. I'm not going to just say they and not give you guys who they are. That they're back to negotiate, been negotiating. And some of the negotiations been good, but yet you still got civilians being killed. You still got hospitals being bombed. You still got schools being bombed. They show videos of apartment complexes being hit with tank fire. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. But it's all about.
War is always about that money, that's for sure. I mean, you know, I want to talk though about what's going on here though.
But wait a minute,
the way, you know, it's going on around the world, but what's happening here though? In
it's impacting a lot of things here.
Well, no, not even just how it's impacting us, but how fucking crazy everybody's going with this anti-Russian shit. But
you talking about the companies?
The companies and the businesses and just individuals in general bashing and hating on. I mean, this is class A, what do they call it? Xenophobia, if you will. You know, I mean, this is like the Red Scare back in the day. This is, I mean, you know, it's adjacent to racism. I don't know how can you be racist against a Russian? I don't know how that looks. I don't understand that dynamic, but I mean, it's in there. It's in that group.
So
like you hear about this 19-year-old pianist. There's some Russian kid just playing the piano. They don't want him to play the piano because he's Russian now. Some lady owned a Russian tea room. They want to shut down the Russian tea room because they
stopped selling.
And she was Ukrainian, I believe.
Certain stores
just opened up a Russian tea.
Certain stores stopped selling Russian vodka. I did see that.
I don't even like sports, but this damn tennis player, some Russian tennis player who recently just played and publicly had a display of no war. You know,
he wrote it on the
right. They still want. I think Australia and a few other countries are the tennis associations in those, and you know, in some places want him to publicly denounce Putin in order for him to play. Bruh, that's just crazy. That's just fucking nuts.
I get that from the big business perspective, like the Apples and the Nikes and all those type businesses that kind of suspended.
But that's a bunch of bullshit anyways.
I'm just saying.
Cut them off from their money. That's why those businesses aren't doing business in Russia anymore. That's like you said. It's all about the money. So Mickey D's isn't gonna.
He stole my soliloquy.
Right. They're not gonna keep running their Mickey D's. He beat me to the punch.
He just said everything I was gonna say.
Keep running KFC if they can't get their goddamn money out the country. So there's no incentive for them to like, oh well, we stand with Russia. You know, on some moralistic shit. No, this is class A virtue signaling, trying to make it look like, you know, they're standing strong and fighting against Putin. Man, they're not going to make no money. So that's why they're not doing it. Okay.
That's a fact. So I don't have to go too much into that no more because he spilled the beans. But, you know, as far as the quote unquote racism.
If you want to call it, xenophobia, I think is the word we really want to use here. Not that I'm going to pretend I understand that in its entirety, but y'all do. Anyone who wants to challenge me.
The untrust from those from that country of Russia is basically, I'll just leave it at that.
Right. You know, I'm guilty myself. I've said plenty of stupid things about Russians or Russia, you know, I'll you know, those are just stupid little things about, you know, based off of cultural things that are classic American, you know, but my general attitude is I don't like the Russian government. It is and always has been corrupt, but people are people. The people of any country are not that country's government. All right.
Well, for me, I'm going to quote Brother Larry from Sonetta TV. Black News 102, that's a very important channel. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Cause this kind of came up when he was debating Brother Polite. And he said, I can't be, and I'm paraphrasing, but I can't be upset or I can't call everyone a racist just because they're white. And he used Russia as an example. He said, I can't be mad at a Russian who ain't never seen me, never did nothing to me, and call them a racist when I'm not even I'm not dealing with the people and the problems that we have here. So for my thing is for people to be quote unquote racist or xenophobia against Russians and stuff like that, I think you need to worry about your own problems that you got going on here before you start showing some kind of ill feelings towards these people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got problems. Nobody's perfect, but we need to deal with our own problems here in our own land, in our own country, our own racism, our own shit, before we can even try to put our 2 cents in something that's going on that ain't got nothing to do with us per se, but it's definitely affecting us because gas is at an all-time high, inflation is still at an all-time high. People, it's affecting us to so many different facets, from the economy, stocks, bonds. If you look at your 401k, you notice that's going down, especially due to, like Brother Sheffin said, you got businesses pulling out of this country because they know Russia can't access any of their money right now. Because
they can't access their money. You know, they can't.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Right, that's what I'm saying. Because they've been decapitated.
Right,
they've been decapitated. So I mean, you know, it's all bad. But you know, the xenophobism, is that what you call it?
Xenophobism. Damn it! Now I don't know. Now, look. And this has been.
I just think it just needs to be just a little dialed down a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supporting anything that Russia's doing or whatever, but I rather
xenophobic.
Yeah.
Having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against people from other countries.
There we go. So xenophobism, I just threw the ism on there because you can put an ism on anything, racism, classism, and all that other shit.
I guess really it's just, for me, it's crazy right now. Just, it seems like we have lost our shit. It is absolutely wrong that just being a Russian somehow excommunicates you from general normal American society. You know, I can understand to some, it would be wrong, but I can understand if, you know, there were people running around with Putin, you know, praising Putin signs and staunch supporters and saying this is a good thing that's happening.
Well, I think that's
it would
part
be
of the
wrong per se, you know, to a point to say that, you know, to lock them out and shut them down.
Well, that's what's going on, though.
Right, but
that, because you know they got the Z symbol, and that Z symbol that's been on all their tanks and whatever, like it's this Z symbol represents their war. It's like a symbol for their war. So when I seen this, I want to say he was like a swimmer or a gymnast or something like that, had won a medal, like silver or something, but he had to stand next to this Ukrainian who also won a medal, and the war's going on, and he had the damn Z on his uniform. Do you know they basically they asking this brother to give back that medal? Because he's showing a sign of that he supports the war.
I'm not saying that,
and there's a lot of that going on.
Right, but that in those instances, you know, maybe there's a much bigger debate to be had. But this blanket rule they're applying to people who are Russian, essentially.
Not all Russians support the war. Let's make that clear.
Most of them do not. That's just the facts of life.
That's a fact.
Overwhelming majority of people in this world are nonviolent and do not want violence at any point, whether that's war or with shit. They're not with the shit with their neighbors. All right, so it's a little scary right now.
That's like they're like going to war with their brothers. Like, do you know how many Russians have like Ukrainian family members?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're right there. It used to be a part of Russia.
Yeah,
there's still
a large
Ukrainian towns.
1 in 3
that only
Russians
speak Russian.
Have Ukrainian relatives.
Yeah.
So absolutely. So it's just a ridiculous concept that just because it's Russian, it's bad, and let alone needs to be, you know, stopped in some way, form, or fashion, you know what I mean, or shut down, especially you know, performing artists and restaurants and, you know, shit like that. It just doesn't make any sense, man. It's a little bit spooky, and really, you know, it's risky to even say that it's wrong for them to be doing shit like this. People will say you're a Putin apologist because you don't want to just indiscriminately suppress everything Russian.
That's crazy. Let me get your thoughts on this, Brother Sheffin. I know you're not really in tune too much with the sports world, but I'm just off your intelligence and how you be in tune with things. Did you see the reports about the WNBA star Brittany Griner been detained since February?
Right.
But nobody knew about this until March. And then I just seen something today that they extended her jail time to like May 19th or sometime in May or something like that. All because they said when she entered back into Russia, they found cartridges that possibly could have, I'm saying possibly because this is all alleged, hashish oils, which is up to a 10-year sentence in Russia. I don't think.
I heard about that. You know, I guess. I mean, obviously, it's fucked up all the way around. I mean,
especially at this time. Especially at this time,
it's just some hashish type shit. So even if it was a straight up fucking pound of weed, or you know, y'all done lost your damn mind throwing people in jail for shit like this. You know, but at the same time, she is out here transporting, you know, what might be illegal substances into another country.
Allegedly.
And, you know, Russia is a terrible country to get caught up in its legal system.
Just like China.
Just like a lot of foreign countries. It's our shit. You know, America's criminal system is fucked to get caught up in. Let's just say that. Any criminal system's fucked up to get caught up in.
This ain't no Club Med over here.
Right. I mean, being a black woman, nonetheless, another challenge to the whole thing. And just the whole fact that the war's going on too, it's an impossible. And then it's a quagmire. It's a grade A quagmire, okay?
They don't have the same type of view and respect for the LGBT community over there like it is over here. And she's a part of that community, and they know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I forgot about that little see? Quagmire all the way around, man. There's no, wow.
So, I mean, the things I've been reading, they've been trying to, you know, use all their resources, diplomatic resources, try to get her back. You know, they've been doing the free Brittany Grinders and stuff on that Twitter. You know, Hillary Clinton supported her.
Look, free Brittany Griner. I mean, fuck Hillary Clinton, but free I'm just saying, Brittany Griner. I mean, no. Fuck Hillary Clinton. She's not trying to help.
I'm just saying,
I don't care how many messages
she just threw her name out there just for herself.
If she herself actually frees her, Hillary Clinton is not trying to help, okay? She's just trying to interject her bullshit back into society. That's all that is.
I believe that.
All right?
I believe that.
I mean, take the hand, Brittany. If Hillary does show up, take the hand.
Yeah, but
Walk the fuck up out of there.
Free Brittany Griner, because that's crazy, stateside,
man. Accost her, okay? Let her know she is terrible.
Because it's like how you get detained or arrested in February. No reports came out to anybody in the United States until March. Until March, she was detained on like February 17th or 19th when this all happened.
Right.
No reports came out until March. You're talking about 2 weeks later.
Who is she? Was she all by herself?
Well, when she's not playing in the WNBA, she plays overseas in Russia. She's been playing there the last 7 years. Right. That's where she makes most of her money at.
Like no friends or family knew that she was.
That I don't know.
That was more
that I don't know.
Like no one was like, "Yo, where Brittany?"
Because
like, you know how she just be disappearing.
When you look at the video that they play, you only see just her. You know what I'm saying? You don't see, you know, there could have been a teammate behind her or somebody like that, but they only just say her. All the reports only say her, you know, but that's scary.
Yeah, free Brittany Renner, man.
That's scary.
I hope she makes it home safe and sound, all of that good shit.
And any other Americans that's over there,
terrible.
Y'all better bring y'all ass back over here.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah, you can get out right.
If you can. You might be shit out of luck now. I don't know. But free Brittany Griner.
Right. And you know, so you know, and if you're Russian and you want to get out, get out too. All right, shit's going to shit. Get out of there too. And I got your back. Fuck what these motherfuckers say. Okay,
that's a fact.
I mean, if you a dick, you a dick. But if you just Russian, that don't mean nothing necessarily. All right, so.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I agree with my brother Sheffin over here. So,
well, brother, before we wrap this up, man. You got that battle coming up still.
August
Remind
8th,
everybody, please.
It's August 8th. The flyer's out. Promo video is out. Just look the kid up on Facebook and all of the stuff. I've been sharing it on all my platforms. Me versus Showstopper, 3-round battle, 2 minutes each round, something like that. It's like 10 battles on this card. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely gonna be a fun-filled event. A lot of rhymes, a lot of dope performances from a lot of new people. Some vets are making their return.
Uh-oh.
And, you know, you got some out-of-towners coming here as well with the name, you know what I'm saying?
Also, I'm going to write one of his verses. So y'all just get to guess which one it is.
That's
all
a
right?
fact. Winner gets $25 gift certificate
right,
to
whichever.
whatever.
I spy the verse that I wrote that he's going to spend.
Yeah,
all right?
Visa gift card, $25 Visa gift card. You can point that out. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, thank you for letting me throw that in there.
Yes,
y'all make sure y'all come out and support, man. I haven't rapped in the city since probably 5-6 years ago. All my joints be on the road, so I'm making my return too.
Where's it gonna be at again?
Here, let me put the flyer. Let me get the flyer up. Let me get the flyer.
Do I have to dress up? Is there a dress code?
No. None of that. None of that. No dress code.
Dress code. Well, I'm coming in just my underwear and pressure socks.
Oh, brother, I'm not saying
I'm gonna be like, no.
that.
I'm gonna be like, no. Capo said I did not have to dress up.
Okay, so April 8th, 2022. The address is 1720 East University Ave, Suite B, Des Moines, Iowa. Starts at 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. I will not be there at 5 p.m. I can tell you that much for sure.
4:30.
$10 entry. No outside food or drinks allowed.
Outside food or drinks.
Food available inside.
I can't bring no show pizza.
Nope.
Damn. All right.
So yeah, there you have it.
A little cheap about it, but that's fine.
There you have it.
All right. That's what's up. Well, I was gonna go camping this weekend, but I had to cancel just because the weather's getting shitty, and I got my dog. The wife's going out of town this weekend, so I'm all on my own. So in order for me not to burn down the house, I was gonna just leave.
What, we supposed to just get a whole bunch of rain?
Was going to be muddy and shit, and my dog's terrible about being outside, so I don't want to deal with the hassle of the dog and the mud and that. So
good call.
I love her, but she ain't that special.
Good call. So you're just going to prolong it to next weekend?
Right, yeah. I'm just going to go fishing. Oh, by the way, the water's open. The water's open. I fished twice this week already. Okay. It's beautiful out there. So it's back. Fishing season's in, as far as I'm concerned.
You got your own little fishing hole that you go to? Or
Yeah, it's called the state of Iowa.
Oh, okay.
That's right, baby.
I thought you was
fish are not safe.
I thought you was like Bradshawing people.
No, man, I got my favorite place to go is Acorn, but it's not because of the fishing. And the fishing's it's not that, every third time it's a great time to go fishing there. Yeah. But most other time, you'd be lucky if you catch one or two.
Oh, I thought you maybe had like a little secret little fishing hole you go to that you don't want the people to know about because that's where you do most of your damage at.
Acorn, a lot of people know about it. Okay. It's get a little bit of traffic, but it's rough. It's a small parking lot, lots of rocks and sand. It's not really made to host a lot of people.
So you gotta be one of the first people there.
And if people see that, they be like, well, forget that. I ain't going down there.
Up. Well, I guess I'll go to Union Park on the bridge.
So, right.
No, that's dope.
So yeah, I hope to see y'all out there. Man, we had to get you out there. We had to get the SquadKast out there. Everybody just need to do like a fishing day.
Hey, you know what, bro? You know what would be dope? And I don't know if all the SquadKast people want to do it, but maybe we could do like a SquadKast camping thing. That probably would be dope. That probably would be a good time
right there.
That would be dope. But we'll have to see on that because it damn sure can't be cold out.
All right, look for the camp line in the verse that I'm gonna write. And he'll be spitting.
We might have to get a camper. I don't know. We might.
Well, I'm getting this close. I'm so close. I might just get like a passenger van and just kit it out so I can just leave in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So
that's crazy. Catch him in the Scooby Doo edition.
Right.
The mystery machine.
Right.
Oh shit! All right, man. So with that being said, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you keep subscribing to the channel and the Junkyard Gang as well.
Drop a comment, all that good stuff.
Yes.
So.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us.
Till next week.
TV.
Catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir.